The Canaanite woman who is described in an encounter with Jesus in Matthew 15 is a descendant of a people that were ancient enemies of God's people. The Canaanites were Baal worshipers. This was a false god, basically a personification of a demon, of Satan himself. Beelzebub comes from the word Baal. And part of the worship of Baal was child sacrifice and the cutting of oneself. Now, this woman was a descendant of these people, but there was a difference with this woman. She lived outside the borders of Israel, but she still believed in the Jewish Messiah to come. Well, when Jesus came to her town one day, she knew he was the real thing. She cries out to him, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is severely oppressed by a demon." A couple things here. She recognizes Jesus as merciful. And in the Old Testament, it is God who is truly merciful. The book of Psalms, Lamentations, and many of the Old Testament prophetic books all call God merciful. She also uses the messianic title, Son of David, recognizing that Jesus is the promised Messiah of old that was to come from the family of Abraham. And she also recognizes that Jesus has the power to cast out demons. And Jesus certainly did that during his earthly ministry. And if you look in the book of Revelation, he's going to cast out the prince of demons, the basically founder of Baal worship, into the lake of fire at the end of time. Here is this woman who is not a descendant of Abraham, but believes in the one who was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And that tells us that Jesus not only is Savior from Abraham, the line of Abraham, the bloodline, but he truly is the Savior that came to us through the promise of God. It is God who sends Jesus. And not only is Jesus a promise to the people of Israel through the bloodline of Abraham, but Jesus is also the one promised to Adam and Eve, the original parents of the entire human race. So Jesus is the Savior of all people, and therefore all people can have faith in Jesus. Both people that can count their bloodline all the way back to Abraham as Jewish people, as people of Israel, as well as all human beings who are in need of a Savior, like this Canaanite woman, like you and like me. Thanks for joining me for today's Boundless Hope. Go to stmatts.net. That's www.stmatts.net for more about Jesus and his salvation for you. You'll find more devotions and our podcast and our worship services that are streamed live every week. And if you're in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, we'd love to see you. Go to our website to start to plan your visit. God's richest blessings to you.